Hey guys, it's Carly from All the Pretty Books, your place for all things Harry Potter, and it's like day 200 of quarantine is what it feels like. So I thought today we'd do something very different and make a Harry Potter cake. So for those who don't know, I love cake. In fact, I went on a diet, haven't had cake in a while, but now that we're all stuck in quarantine, I think it's time to start baking because it's fun, it's relaxing, and I get to be a little bit creative. So let's see what kind of things I have hanging around the house and see what we can throw together. I found this Duncan Hines red velvet cake mix, brownies, funfetti red cake, and blue cake. Also found some handy dandy gel food coloring and sparkly tube frosting stuff, so we'll try this out. So what I was hoping to find was like a blank white cake or yellow cake that I could add food coloring to, and I could do a cake that featured all four of the house colors. It's just, I don't have anything like that, so I've got to pick a colored cake. So what I think I'll do is I'll use the red velvet cake, because I can make a layer cake that's kind of nice and tall and pretty. And I'll make a Gryffindor cake featuring the red from the layer cake, and I'll add a little bit more red to it to really bring out the red color. I'll dye the frosting to a nice yellow. It'll be fun. To make this cake, we're just going to follow the directions on the back of the box, but I'm also going to add this box of instant pudding because it makes the cake really nice and moist. I know I hate that word too, but it really does. It makes a really good cake. All right, we're gonna let the cake cool. It's like 3 in the morning, so I'm gonna go to bed and we will decorate it tomorrow.
24 hours later?
Let's decorate. So what I did was I made one big thick cake out of that cake batter. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it out of the pan, cut it in half, and we'll put frosting in between the layers. A Gryffindor colored cake. So since this is a bright red cake, we're gonna do a pretty yellow frosting to go with it. We're gonna keep this nice flat side. Now our layer looks roughly about like this. And I'm actually using a mix of frostings here. I've got 2 different kinds of cream cheese frosting. I really prefer to make my own, but I don't have the stuff to make my own because I'm in quarantine and they didn't have some of the stuff that I needed when I went to the store the other day. So this is what we have. And then I have this guy here, which is just, I think, a plain vanilla. Now we're gonna color the frosting. So I prefer to use gel colors. It doesn't mess with the consistency of the frosting, and we're just going to do a nice yellow, a nice bright yellow. So all I'm gonna do right now is just kind of put this around the top of the cake, kind of like a crumb layer. So this is our first layer of frosting. It's really crummy, as you see, but then when we put the real coat of frosting on, the real yellow one, hopefully it won't be as crummy. So we're gonna let this sit for like 20, 30 minutes. So honestly, this cream cheese by Duncan Hines is not my favorite cream cheese frosting that's store-bought. So I'm going to mix half of that vanilla in with this one to kind of taper the taste of it. So what I did was I took 3 tablespoons or so of canned frosting and I heated it up for like 20 seconds. And then I added some sparkly paste to it to make it kind of nice and shiny. I'm stirring it all in. I'm gonna put it in this bottle, put this tip on the bottle, and we'll drizzle it around the edges. Now our Gryffindor cake is looking a lot more like a Hufflepuff cake, but remember that we have the red velvet cake in the middle, and then we have the nice yellow frosting in between the 2 layers. So you'll see the nice juxtaposition of the red and the yellow. This is actually a little bit more yellow than it's showing off in the camera. The camera makes it look kind of an egg yellow. It's really more of an orangey yellow here. So remember that. But now we're gonna put some, hopefully red, embellishments up around the top up here. I have a hard time dyeing red frosting, especially with what I have here. But remember, we're all in quarantine and it's about making the best of what we have. So after a lot of strange mixing of colors, running out of red food dye, finding more red food dye, and kind of blending in some blue, this is the color that I've got, and it's actually really kind of red in person. It looks kind of brownish in the camera because of the lighting, but I promise it's really a lot more red. So what I'm gonna do to put the frosting from here into the bag, I'm gonna do this. I actually really like how that all came together. Sometimes when life is weird, you just have to make the best with what you have, and that includes this. Let's try our cake. Really tasty. And if you'd like to make this at home, I will put everything that I used personally down below. Of course, you can change or augment or use whatever you have at home. That's exactly what I did. And if you have any questions about collecting Harry Potter, don't hesitate to ask, and I look forward to talking to you real soon. That's one of my favorite things about doing this, is meeting you guys. So please feel free to reach out. Help me reach 2,000 subs. I need your help to get there. We're getting close, but I can't do it without you guys. So please send your Potterhead friends my way. If you have any video suggestions, don't hesitate to send those my way too. With that, I'm going to say thanks, super happy collecting, happy baking, and good night.